What I'm about to tell you today can completely change the direction of your life. Mark my words, this is the exact principle followed by some of the world's most successful people to completely transform themselves. And if you're going to treat this like every other random video and leave halfway through, that's fine. The internet is full of endless content, but if you're serious about changing your life, then stay with me. Let's begin. Your average day probably looks something like this. You wake up in the morning. The first thing you grab is your phone. You check messages, scroll through notifications, get ready, eat breakfast, and leave home. You walk the same roads, meet the same people, do the same work, hear the same opinions, then you come back home through the same route, scroll reels or shorts, maybe watch a movie, and sleep. And the next day, the same thing repeats again and again and again. Now think carefully. What's common in all of this? Your habits, your environment, your thoughts, the people around you, the content you consume. Your routine is working like a computer program. You think you're making choices, but most of your actions are happening automatically. Neuroscientists say that by the age of 35, most people are running almost entirely on subconscious programming. Your beliefs, your habits, your emotional reactions, your behavior patterns, all of it becomes deeply programmed inside your mind. And every single day, your conscious mind says things like, I want to change. I want to become successful. I want to become fit. I want to learn new skills. I want to be disciplined. But the problem is, your conscious mind is fighting against years of subconscious programming. And that's why you keep losing. That's why people say, from Monday, I'll change. From next month, I'll start working hard. Tomorrow will be different. But nothing changes. Because the real driver of your life is not your conscious thoughts. It's your subconscious programming. Right now, you are sitting in the passenger seat, while your subconscious mind is driving your life. So what's the solution? Do we just accept an average life? No. The solution is simple. If the enemy is stronger than you, stop fighting it. Instead of fighting your subconscious mind, reprogram it. Because the same mind that is destroying your life right now can also build your dream life, but only if you change its programming. And to change any program, you first have to change its source code. Your mind's source code is built on 6 things. The first 3 create the foundation, and the last 3 completely reset your mind. Step 1, change your conditioning. Think about this carefully. A human living among animals slowly becomes wild, and animals living among humans slowly become trained. Environment matters. You never consciously learned your native language. You simply heard people around you speaking it again and again. And eventually, you became like them. The same thing happens with beliefs. If someone constantly hears, "You're not smart enough," "You can't do big things," "You're weak," "You're average," "Money is hard to make," then eventually the brain accepts those lies as truth. And once the brain accepts something as truth, it starts creating actions that match that belief. That's how people become trapped in invisible mental prisons. So the first thing you must do is change your conditioning. You need to repeatedly expose yourself to thoughts, words, and beliefs that help you grow. But here's the problem. Your mind is no longer a child. It has already spent years believing old patterns, so it won't accept new beliefs easily. That's why your new beliefs must feel possible to you. Not fake, not unrealistic, possible. Step 2, your mind must believe, but your body must feel it. This is where most people fail. They convince their mind, but never convince their body. The language of the brain is thoughts. The language of the body is feelings. And if your body cannot feel something, you will never act on it consistently. You can imagine success all day long, but without emotional intensity, nothing changes. Your body needs to feel hunger, urgency, emotion, conviction. When strong feelings combine with clear thoughts, your actions start changing automatically. And once your behavior changes, your habits change. And once your habits change, your subconscious mind gets reprogrammed. That's when transformation begins. Step 3, watch your self-talk. Every reaction in your life comes from the conversations happening inside your head. And your mind believes whatever you repeat consistently. If you constantly say, I'm lazy, I'm weak, I can't wake up early, I'm not talented, I'm not attractive, I can't focus, then your brain starts creating proof for those statements. Your words shape your identity shapes your actions, and your actions shape your future. So, from today, become conscious of your self-talk. Replace negative programming with empowering programming, not fake motivation. Real identity shifts. Instead of, I'm lazy, say, I am disciplined. Instead of, I can't focus, say, I am focused and sharp. Instead of, I'm weak, say, I am becoming stronger every day. But remember this carefully. Your affirmations should feel believable, not so small that they feel meaningless, and not so unrealistic that your brain rejects them. You must say them with emotion, with certainty, with feeling, morning and night, again and again, until they become part of your identity. Because repetition creates programming, just like a song gets stuck in your head after hearing it repeatedly. Your thoughts can also become permanently installed inside your mind. And once that happens, your body starts responding automatically. You begin walking differently, thinking differently, acting differently. You start noticing opportunities. You start taking action naturally because your focus shifts from problem to solutions, from excuses to growth. And here's the most powerful part. You must prove your new identity to yourself through action. Small actions, tiny wins. If you say, I am disciplined, then prove it. Take small, disciplined actions daily. If you can't study for hours, start with 25 minutes. If you want to wake up early, start by waking up 15 minutes earlier. If you want confidence, do difficult things consistently. Every small action becomes evidence, and evidence strengthens belief, and belief changes identity. That's how real transformation happens, not overnight, but daily, slowly, powerfully. Most people will never do this. They'll watch videos, feel motivated for 10 minutes, then return to their old programming. But the people who actually apply this, their life changes completely. So here's what I want you to do. For the next 7 days, or 21 days, start reprogramming your mind intentionally. Create a journal, write your affirmations, visualize your future self, feel your emotions deeply, and take small actions daily. Because once you understand the psychology behind your daily routine, your life can improve faster than you ever imagined. Your time, your energy, your focus. These are the most valuable things you own. Use them wisely, and your future self will thank you for it. See you in the next video.